So here we have the SPY, the S&P 500 Spider ETF, and look at what it's come into. It has come into a forecast. So a forecast is a meeting of time and price on your chart, meaning it's an area, almost like a magnetic area, that when calculated the right way is drawing price to it. Now, that may not be that interesting until I tell you that this particular forecast on the SPY I shared a week ago with traders. So it was helpful to know that we might rally into that level. And this emphasized what I shared with traders all the way back on January 8th in my Outlook reports, calling for a key timing window into February 1st to February 9th. So the bigger picture is that it's between February 1st and 9th, and then this February 6th, 4/16/50 is that magnet, that's sort of the triangulation point of three separate forecasts I had. So where do we go from here? Well, I'm going to just move this out of the way for a moment, okay, so you can see the price action. In the past couple days, we've had short range bars, and today, Monday, February 6th, was a doji. It also is hanging out at this old top from January 27th. So it's not pushing much below, 408.10 for the low versus 408.16 for that old top. So this is a good sign that bulls are coming back in, they're reaccumulating, and that the SPY will turn higher from here. However, recall that I said that February 6th was the sort of center point of gravity of a couple forecasts. There's still room for this run-up to continue into February 9th, but then potentially peter out there. So how far up could it go? Well, my next upside targets are here at 419.96, 421.56. That hasn't changed. But I do think that if we trade higher from current levels, we're more likely to get back up to this 431.73 area. Now, here's the cool thing. I shared this forecast on the SPY, but similarly, there's a forecast on the Qs. So the Qs, which I shared in this report to traders back on the weekend of January 6th, 7th, 8th, so as of market close on Friday the 6th, I had a forecast for the Qs to rally into February 3rd to February 14th. Now you might say, well, that's kind of a wide window. Well, depending on the forecasting techniques you use, you may end up with a specific point or a range. And again, I'm just showing you part of the forecast here. The full method I dive into in my loss forecasting trading system. What I want you to pay attention to is the fact that these intersections of price and time even exist, that they're even possible to calculate, because you probably heard out, on the talking heads on TV and the news, hey, nobody can forecast the market. Well, you can. The key is you have to know how to navigate the forecast and be prepared to handle it when it's not hit on the nose. So let's look at this one right here, right? We overshot the forecast. Well, that's just telling me the market is stronger than the forecasted cycle. And I'll be sharing more about cycles later this week. So keep an eye out on your email. I'm going to do a special weekend presentation. That's right, on a Saturday. So keep an eye out for an invite. But real quick here, by overshooting the price target 302.35 and then whipping back, there's still room for this rally to continue up into that February 14th zone. So what would be the downside that we'd have to watch out for in the SPY or the Qs in case this doesn't unfold? Well, since we're here in the Qs, let's check it out first. Here, I would want to see price stay above this level here at 289.89, okay, for the bull trend off of the December low to remain intact. If that doesn't happen, I'd watch out below. As for the SPY, the next key support is in a similar area. So it's here at 428. This is the low from January 30th, and that is maintaining the current bull structure. The more important big picture low is January 19th, here at 387.26. So if we're not able to hold 400.28, I'd watch out for a move to 387.26. But again, even though the forecasts are being hit, so back on the SPY, remember this was my kind of sweet spot in my video from last week, there's still room for both these markets to resume higher. Now keep in mind that there's a lot going on this week in data in the calendar, and we have the State of the Union from Biden on Tuesday night. So lots of things that could be said or reported that could alter the velocity of moves. But there you have it, the latest updates on the forecast on your favorite ETFs, the SPY and the Qs. Catch you next time.